graduation. So basically, I am trying to be a digital marketing manager at some point in my career. So what basically a digital marketing manager does is he oversees the marketing activities of a company through methods like that has something to do with digital ways like technology and social media, uh, banners and all that stuff. They decide on what means to choose for promoting their brand and their product. So, for duties and responsibilities, the main duty and responsibility of a digital marketing manager would involve developing, creating, and executing marketing strategies. So, like I said, they are the people who decide on how to create a marketing strategy that reaches most number of people at the most efficient cost and the most effective time frame. Uh, they also try to, at the end of the day, they try to improve brand awareness. So what they're trying to do is get their brand known to as many people as they can. Get it across as many people, as many countries and states as they can, so that more people come to know what their brand is about, which will drive up sales. Um, and also, as part of their job, they also have to do a lot of projects and project management, a lot of meetings, they usually tend to work in teams than individually. So they are managers are usually supposed to supervise a group of people who are going to undertake a certain project, and they're required to. The manager is supposed to make sure that the project is done in a specific time frame. Using the least amount of resources, at least to cut down on the cost as much as they can and stuff like that. Managers also would be expected to some degree know more about analytics because they're supposed to keep track on how their campaign has worked in the past and how it's going to work in the future. But also, a little bit of video editing, maybe content creation, all of it helps them, understand the thing better, how to market stuff. And also, like I said, interpreting data through analytic skills such as Google Analytics, more precisely, because that's the software that we usually use for our marketing, stuff like that. As for the working conditions, some of our daily routine looks. One of the main parts of our daily life would be interacting, like a lot of communication, a lot of talking, largely with our employees and customers mainly. So as soon as we go into work, one of the first things that we're supposed to do is, check the chart, make sure that the response, what's the objective today, short term and long term, like whatever the goal for today, we have to make sure that that's reached. We have to make sure to communicate it right among the different employees that we have, and at the same time, talk to customers, talk to stakeholders, maybe shareholders, clients, and all that stuff. And sometimes we even have to talk to our superiors. It could be district managers or VPs or whatever it is, if they have something to tell us. Also, creating and executing short and long-term goals, like I already said. Most of our work is indoors, so we don't usually have to do a lot of moving around like sales, because although we are not directly sales is just part of marketing at some point. But marketing generally, especially for digital marketing, since we do a lot of computer stuff, we are just required to be indoors. Occasionally we have to leave and do our meet people outside, maybe move to a different branch in the same city, maybe a different city, depending on how big the business is. And also we work as, like I said, we work as part of a team. Individual work is very less for our job. Sometimes we, as part of our daily life, we have to come across difficult situations. Like it could be customers, or an unprecedented event might happen, and we are required to resolve it. We are expected to resolve it. So if an angry customer comes into the store, they don't like the product, service, or we get customer calls all the time, and it will be directed to the managers, and they're required to take care of that as efficiently as they can, as calm and as best of the job that they can do, to try and keep the goodwill of the company intact while doing it. As part of our qualifications and training, mainly it's a bachelor's degree. Could be a bachelor's degree in marketing, something related to marketing. Most of the majors that has something to do with business is generally acceptable for marketing, but precisely according to at least Glassdoor, which is a hiring agency, some of the qualifications that they say is preferred for marketing would include bachelor's in either marketing or digital media, communication, website designing, all that stuff. Any of those work the best for our fields. But also, even if you don't have the necessary education and experience of around 5 to 6 years in the related fields, also help. Like if you don't have necessarily a bachelor's degree, but you have worked in a relevant field for a period of 5 to 6 years, you'll still be able to get into one of these jobs. However, due to the competition today, companies do require you to have master's in the degree. So a bachelor's generally at this point is really not going to cut it. Like you need to go all the way to a master's. Uh, so along with these skills, communication skills and digital knowledge, analytic skills, creativity, leadership, all these factor into how likely you are to get the job as a marketing manager. As part of our advancements in earning outlook, our average salary, as per the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics, says that it's $133,380. That's an average. It can go up, it can go down, somewhere in the middle. This is the number in the middle. Currently, it's, as of 2021, there seems to be 347,000 jobs for digital marketing manager openings in the United States, of course. There are certain states that pay more for the same job, such as New Jersey. So the median wage is going to be different in different states. So places like New Jersey pay more for digital marketing managers, while Mississippi is one of the least paid for digital marketing managers. North Carolina is at the 29th position for when it comes to income. It says here, digital marketing manager job is one of the top 10 most in-demand jobs in the U.S. With an estimated of $860,000 jobs, and these are numbers according to another, mainly U.S. Department of Labor Statistics, and also a website called Zippa. It's like they published an article stating all these numbers. So let me leave you to take a look at this chart right here. It basically just talks about how the number of jobs in digital marketing and the number of spending, more precisely, has changed over the years, starting from 2019 to 2024. There has been a steep rise in the amount of spending, and these are numbers in billions. So as you can see, in 2019 there was an estimated spending of $132 billion on digital marketing practices. So it's over social media, and as you can see here, mobile social computers, TVs, banners, social media, Facebook, all this stuff. How much amount was collectively spent on it? You can see in 2019 it was 132 billion. It rises to 152 billion. In 2020, it keeps rising up to a point in 2024, which is the next year. It's estimated to be a total spending of $278 billion. So it's like, it's almost double. It's slightly more than double. Slightly more than double at that point from 2019. Although the percentage change in the amount of spending has gone up for 2021, it's continued to go back down again. But the percentage of total median ad spending has continued to rise up. Although it's a slight increase, it seems to be at a 74.9% for the next year, which is good from 54.7% at least on 2019. So as part of my 5-year plan, primarily I'm trying to get graduate with a master's with the bachelor's degree in marketing by the end of this fall from UNC Charlotte. After that, I am going to try and get an internship or an entry-level marketing job at one of the companies that I can find. Trying to look for something within Charlotte. Hopefully, if I find it. If I have to move, I have to move. You know, it depends on the situation at the time. Eventually, I do intend on doing my master's in digital marketing because, like I said, the competition is way too high for just a bachelor's to be a necessity at this point. Once I do my master's, I am going to be applying for more focused marketing jobs, like more higher authority jobs, like maybe supervisor of digital marketing, or maybe even VP or digital marketing, depending on how well I'm doing in my field at the time, both in education and as of my career. There are a lot of opportunities for digital jobs abroad, outside the country as well, especially places like Japan. I think they have the most, they give the highest priority to digital marketing jobs across all the countries in the world. They have like the highest pay as well of all the countries. So maybe try